Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome this morning to Morning Verses with Mike. I sure appreciate you getting up early and joining me. It's 6:15 Mountain Time, regardless of what time it is where you're at. I really do appreciate you. So we'll be sharing, as with every morning, from Every Man's Bible. It's a New Living Translation. I'm going to read a few of the extra study notes this morning, and then the verse that we'll be sharing is James chapter 1, verse 27. Thank you. If you're joining me live, do me a favor. Please share a verse that is impacting you right now in your life in the sidebar, or share it on your page. Feel free to tag me in it. That would be awesome. I would love to have a discussion on that so that we can help spread the word, spread the faith, and spread the love. So if you're joining me later, thank you for doing that. Make sure while we're going through this morning, if you're getting something out of the video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video on your page. That's a great way to spread the word. Nancy, I saw you pop in here. I have to look over because my mic's right in the way of where my the little sidebar deal is. So Nancy, good morning. I haven't seen you on a live in a little bit. Sure appreciate you hopping in and joining me this morning. So James chapter 1, verse 27. First off, where it talks about James in the book of James and the perspective behind this, it's good advice for business planners. It says, for that matter, it's good for any planners. It's easy to think that we're really in charge, assuming that we can determine what will happen. James reminds us that God is sovereign. We must be humble enough to admit that our plans will come true only if God allows it. So getting into the verse, this verse 27 says, pure and genuine religion in the sight of God and the Father means caring for orphans and widows in their distress and refusing to let the world corrupt you. See, there are so many people right now in society that will label themselves quickly as religious, but they don't control their tongues, their words, their thoughts, their minds, and certainly their actions. You know, some people are lying to themselves and the people that are around them. They will use their picture of God. They'll use their picture of themselves and their faith as a poster to try and recruit others to what their agenda is, rather than what God's agenda is, rather than the deep reality of faith. And obedience to God is meant to be followed down to the very end of every sentence that we speak. It's meant to be followed to each and every word we choose and use. When we're spreading that faith to us, others, tripping over my tongue this morning, there's some irony, and especially in our actions to others. You know, in the actions that we display towards other people, that is something that God is able to speak his faith or speak our faith through us. Now, one of the things that, as I was jotting my notes down to this verse, the current state of politics and the current state of religion, especially, it's often corrupted by human leadership. It's humans' thoughts. It's humans' actions that people begin to follow. You know, other people follow what they believe is righteous, but it really is the word of man. And right now, the world is, in my opinion, really in need of some strong Christian leadership. It's in need of strong leadership, but especially Christian leadership, people that will care for everyone as equals. You know, it starts inside each individual. It starts, the light starts to burn within us, and it's truly that pure heart and that purity of action. It's more than just practicing things or planning things. You know, it's more than just saying, oh, well, hey, I'm going to do this. It's actually taking the action to follow through. Right now, we must act. It's more than just talking. It's more than just words off our tongue. We must act in a way that is pure and righteous and is in tune with our faith and in tune with God. So that's my whole message for this morning. For those of you that are getting up and joining me live, thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I appreciate it. Again, if you're gaining something out of these little videos that I'm doing in the morning, my morning verses with Mike, please share them on your page, share with a friend. And like I said, share a verse that's impacting you, because there are things that impact us differently within our lives that come from within the Bible. And there are things that impact us differently even within the moment. So thanks for taking the time to tune in and join me this morning. Sure appreciate it. And remember, I do this every weekday morning, 6:15 a.m. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.